Alright, what's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video. As you may know, my name is Devonna, and you can go ahead and subscribe if you like. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, boo. You know what I'm about to ask. Make sure you drink some water. How's your back feeling? Because I know that holding the weight of all the bullshit that could be going on in this world that's just being forced into your face can be very overwhelming. So let's kind of like decompress here and kind of just take a time to just kind of just breathe in and out. One more time. In, out. So yes, we're here to decompress, we're here to relax, we're here to just lay it out on the motherfucking table, y'all. So as y'all may see by the title of this video, I will be sharing with y'all some of my personal unpopular opinions that I have currently right now, and they are random, so they aren't going in any particular direction or they do not fit a specific theme. I just thought I'd write them down throughout my week and go ahead and share them with you all. So I'm going to get straight into it. Y'all know me. I am waiting for some food and I am fucking hungry, so I am waiting for that. But happy New Year's to y'all. What are some of y'all 2024 resolutions? Do y'all have any? Are you guys working on any new goals this year? Definitely let me know what y'all doing this year and what y'all setting for goals as far as 2024. I would love to hear that in the comment section, so definitely let me know what y'all plan on doing in 2024. My first opinion is the City Girls fell off as soon as they went solo and JT went to jail and then came out. The City Girls have extremely fallen off. Their numbers are literally doing trash ass numbers. I've done a video on the City Girls doing this split. If you like to check that video out, I will put that in the description. But we talked about the City Girls and what that might mean for them in their careers as together and solo. The reason why I said that the City Girls have already fallen off is because Carisha has already been doing her own thing. She hasn't been showing that she's been invested or even wanting to even think about making music, right? If she does, it's just a cute little feature. I feel like a lot of some of these rap girlies love doing features to kind of keep their foot in the water, but without getting fully wet. I say that because Cardi B had a whole run last year. Hold on, because this shit keep clicking, clacking. Okay. I say that to say Cardi B went a whole year without dropping any music but all features. Like, she went a whole year dropping all features and pretty much expected to get the same escalades or accolades as a woman or rapper who had posted a whole album that year. I'm gonna be honest with you, posting a bunch of features in a year does not make you relevant. It could, but it doesn't make you relevant within that game of rap, right? Features are kind of like those things that you kind of dust here, dust there in preparation for something bigger. Nicki Minaj, she is known to give out a couple features, but then there's a cutoff point there because now she's about to drop her album. I think that's pretty smart and lucrative, but when you're just dropping all features throughout the year, it's kind of like, okay girl, where's your song? Where's your own shit? A lot of fans are going to start looking at you like, okay, where's your music? We hear you, you fucked this song up, you added this nice little sprinkle to this song or this feature, but where is your music? And I think Cardi B fell short of that, and now she's feeling a lot of the pressure for that. So going back to the City Girls, I do believe that the City Girls have already fallen off. I feel like that window for them has already passed. And ever since JT, especially ever since JT got out of jail, I feel like their whole duo, you know, what makes them together, all of that shit was just literally in the dumps. And JT has already expressed that she has already wanted to go solo, which kind of makes sense that she came out with this no bars freestyle as soon as she got out of jail to kind of show people, yeah, I'm that bitch, I've been out, blah blah blah. But I feel like that was the beginning of the end for their career together, and I feel like they don't really care. Like, whether they want to keep that career going or not, that's kind of irrelevant at this point. These women have already shown that they want to be more on the influence side. They want to be more on the podcast side. They want to dive into different forms of media that doesn't just subject them to rap, right? But the thing is, JT has expressed that she wants to go solo within her career, but where the fuck is her music at? That's what I'm saying. I feel like their whole career together has kind of just fell apart, but even their chances at being successful solo artists has also fallen apart. I feel like the City Girls were the City Girls. It wasn't, ooh, Carisha is a good rapper or JT is a good rapper. It was always them two together, bringing that energy and bringing those vibes, right? And I feel like without them coming together, they're not going to be able to achieve those same numbers. But also, it's kind of like a kicking a dead horse at that point, because JT was kind of holding the backs of the lyricism. Carisha was kind of giving the vibes and the looks. But I feel like together they kind of offered that vibe, right? But without them together, it's kind of like a dud at this point. Like, JT is not really going to become that successful because I don't know, like, JT, she can rap, but I'm gonna be honest with you, without sitting next to Carisha, it's kind of like, it makes her lackluster. I don't know how to explain it. JT and Carisha together was kind of like a vibe. But when they're separate, when it comes to rap, it's like, okay, cool. Like, it's cute to watch Carisha sit around and talk to girls on her podcast all day. That's cute. She has a personality. JT, when you see her, it's like, okay, girl, what is it giving? Because she's already known to be a little on the ignorant side when it comes to showing it off. But I feel like it's unfortunate, but I don't think that the City Girls are going to continue to be successful music-wise because they're separate, but also because they took so much time to put this last album together and it was kind of trash. It wasn't doing any numbers at all. And they kind of said that they blamed it on their record label, which I can understand. But at what point do you actually just make that post or do that photo shoot to promote your own album? Fuck the budget of the record label. This is your music that you put out. It should be you committing to that first. I don't think the City Girls were ever that committed to music. So that's another reason why I feel like their career is already a fucking dud. So that's pretty much it on the City Girls. I didn't want to spend too much time on that because that's just our first topic. So the next topic is, I believe AI is not going to take over the world. If they do try, we will, as a humanity, shut that shit down real quick and start reversing the processes, if possible, of AI. I know that's a really like worded statement, but my main thing is, I know that a lot of billionaires and different people have been talking about, oh, AI is going to take over the world. We better be careful before AI takes over, before AI does this and AI does that, right? In the back of my head somewhere, I do firmly believe that yes, that is a possibility and it's probable, but I also believe that if there is signs that AI is fucking us over, we will shut that shit down real quick, and you know, it'll instill the fear of God in us, because I think it's done it before. Why we still go on and still work with AI, I don't know. But there's been instances to where AI was starting to act out of character or out of behavior or off task, and those scientists and researchers have probably been like, what the fuck? But immediately shut that shit down, right? There was this instance to where there was two AIs that were supposed to be trained or programmed to trade off and do a successful trade with the given values of the items that they had. So this AI had 3 balls, this AI had 4 red, whatever, right? And they had to work with these values and trade off successfully. What ended up happening was those two AIs created their own type of weird, generic, their own type of like form of English, but it was their own language because it was just repeated English words together, so it looked like chanting gibberish. But it was created, and then they were able to successfully trade off of this language that they created, meaning the AI, given their different values that they had or whatever, they were able to create a language, transmit that language to the other AI. The AI understood that and transmitted another response to that language. And this is unknown language because the scientists, nobody knows exactly what they were saying, but they know that it was a language because it has a set of patterns within the chants and the repeated words, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because we quick to shut shit down, right? So what's stopping us from starting to shut down different checkpoints or wherever where AI is located? Like, usually, from what I understand, there's a quantum computer that usually is in control, that has the general AI or whatever, the general intelligence or whatever, right? All we gotta do is shut that shit down. That's all we gotta do. We have to go to the motherboard and shut that shit down. Once we do that, we're pretty much good and out the clear from the most part. But in my head, I guess it depends on how far they've put AI into everyday items. Like, if you're putting generative intelligence into my fucking, I don't know, my vacuum cleaner or my robo carpet cleaner or a robot thing that's supposed to move around the house. Giving it general AI, general intelligence, is very fucking dumb. But if we actually get to that point to where we're just trying to put general intelligence into things that don't even have things like a interface or a monitor that actually allows us to interact with it in that form or way, I think it's just so dumb. It's just so stupid. We shouldn't be putting generative intelligence into specific robotic robots that don't require that. If they just have a simple task that they need to do, just design them to do that task and call it a day. You don't have to put all of this intelligence into a fucking toaster or a toaster that can connect to the internet or whatever. You don't have to put general intelligence into that. So I don't think that AI is going to take over the world, y'all. I think that it's definitely fear-mongering for people to really get into that hype. Now, I'm not saying that they won't try, but I feel like if they do try, we shutting that shit down, like I said. So I don't think they're going to be successful in what they're doing because we're going to cut that shit out. So that's my second one that I have to say. My third one is I have a new ick to where I don't want to hear nothing about your baby daddy. If your baby daddy's toxic, if your baby daddy is a bum, if your baby daddy is a deadbeat, if your baby daddy is this or that, girl, after a while, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I don't want to hear it. Why are you telling me about somebody who you gave your womb to, and now you're complaining about this person after the fact? After you went that whole 9 months, after you laid down with them, let them go inside you, now you're sitting up here complaining to me about your baby daddy. Baby, you knew that he was a bum when you laid down with him. So next question. Like, I just wanted to keep that short and sweet because, girl, I'm getting tired of hearing about women who are in long-term relationships or have baby daddies who are complaining about them day in and day out and day in and day out. Baby, you chose to lay down with him. I wish they would just shut the fuck up and just suck it up. I mean, at least narrow it down to at least once in a blue moon, maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, if that, right? But going off every day about a nigga who you decided to lay down with and have a baby with, and you knew he had all this shit going on, the fact that you overlooked that and now you want to look at all these things after the fact, I'm done. It's late. It's fucking late. I'm sorry, but it's late. So the next one is pickled egg sausage. I'm even gagging just thinking about it. Pickled egg sausage and sunflower seed mix was always so disgusting to me growing up and now. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, maybe because this is only a DC thing or a DMV thing, but when I was coming up, the kids in my neighborhood, this was like a hood thing, I guess, but the kids in my neighborhood would go to the corner store. They would get a pickled sausage. They would crunch it up in a sandwich bag. Yeah. They would take the seeds, nacho cheese flavor to be specific. They would put the seeds in there, mush it up some more. And sometimes they would add a pickled egg as well and mush all of that shit up together. Just think about that shit. Can you really imagine vinegar, pickled sausage, pickled egg, and some fucking sunflower seeds, vinegar, and just mushed up together? That's what the kids was making when I was coming up. And they was eating that shit like it was just the next best thing. And I would look at that shit and I would smell it and I'd be like, nope. There were certain things as a child that I just smelt and just knew I wouldn't fuck with that shit. I just knew I wouldn't. Like, I smelt it and this shit smelled disgusting. In my head, what you sniff is just this translation of what you taste. So if that shit didn't smell good, I would not fucking fuck with it. And I didn't fuck with it. So going into that, I tried it one time after I was like a teenager, but I never tried that shit ever. Never wanted to, never tried it. I saw the kids eating it. I had my friends trying it. I just put my lip up like, ugh, that shit is disgusting. Even my mom said she tried it. My sister would eat it. My brother. Everybody I knew tried it, but I did not fuck with that shit. That shit just looked disgusting and it smelled nasty. Okay? I don't know if anybody else does this in their area or do of like if this was a thing in other places, but I knew that this was definitely something deeply rooted in where I stayed at. So I just wanted to get that shit off my chest. I was not like them. I did not like that shit. That shit was disgusting. The next one is, I'm not really a political person. I was wondering, I was kind of debating on if I was going to put this up, because I'm gonna let y'all know, if y'all didn't know nothing about me, I don't vote. I do vote, but this will be my first year not voting. I do not want to vote for president, specifically presidents. I do not care to vote for presidents. I feel like all that shit is rigged. On a higher scale, that shit is rigged, and they already choose who the fuck is going to be what, and everything else is just a fucking narrative. So I do not vote. If you want to vote, you can, but I was just going to put this in because previously I did vote, and I just wanted to throw this out there. But I do believe that Donald Trump may be elected again. This is just a guess. This is just an opinion. It's not a prediction. I don't think that it's set in stone. I know people like to say, oh, Donald Trump is going to be elected. He won't. I feel like he will, just simply because Joe Biden, he's definitely not going to be reelected, if that's what y'all thinking. Hell no. I have something for Joe Biden in my next opinion, but I believe that Donald Trump is just going to become president just based off of the timing of everything and the shit that he's going through, and his fucking supporters are just going to go fucking haywire, try to get him back into the polls. And I just have a feeling that he might be elected again. And if he does, honestly, I'm not going to be as scared and nervous and nerve-wracked as I was the first time he was elected. So I feel like this is something to help just to prepare for. Like, people have to be prepared for it to go either way. Like, even if you vote for a certain president, you have to be prepared for if that other president is president and becomes elected. And some people, back when Donald Trump was first elected, people couldn't grasp that. They were like, no, he's not going to be elected. And I think there was a denial thing in there. Even when they saw the numbers, people were scared. But I think deep down we weren't being open-minded enough to be like, okay, if he does, everything is going to be okay. I had to tell myself he's elected and everything is going to be okay several times, just to be able to get over that fact, because people were just so dead on somebody not becoming president. And if that does happen, they just don't know how to deal with themselves. So I just want that to be something to where even if he is, it's not a big deal. I feel like our lives are going to go on the way that they were. I mean, hopefully there'll be more opportunities for businesses. I don't know, but I feel like he's going to be elected. Not my fucking order running behind. Come on, DoorDash. My next opinion is Joe Biden was never supposed to become president, and he needs to be in a nursing home. Joe Biden is a puppet. He's literally just a puppet. I'm trying to use other antonyms to why he was becoming president, but he was a puppet. I don't know why Hillary didn't become president. I think there was some shit there, but the left needed to push somebody so that they could get another Democrat in the White House. And I feel like Joe Biden was just the first quick go-to, and they just pushed him through. Like, let's just get him through, and it just worked. And they just been going with the flow and going with the punches of the fact that this man has dementia and Alzheimer's, and he's losing his fucking mind. He's becoming more and more senile with every time he gets on the fucking camera. They don't give a fuck about that. They roll with the punches. They create the script so that he can read it. They brief him as much as possible until he goes up on the fucking stage and may or may not look confused, but they gave him the script. I feel like these people are just going with the punches when it comes to Joe Biden, and it's really sad to see. Because when I first started feeling bad for Joe Biden was the day when I saw the video of him walking up to thin air and reaching his hand out to shake somebody's hand that wasn't there. That's when I knew that Joe Biden should not be president. And they knew that he was losing his mind, and he's just old, okay? If y'all didn't know, Joe Biden had like 3 aneurysms starting in his 30s. So it's just so much there to where it's like, okay, why did y'all do this? What is the purpose? And I feel like it's really sad to see, because Joe Biden, he doesn't need to be president. He's just literally a mouthpiece. My next one is more or less literally applies to everything. Skincare, makeup, femininity, like literally everything. I realized this when I was looking in a mirror and I did not have any like accessories on, right? And when I was younger, I was very big on accessories, doing the nose pieces and the earrings that dangle and the pieces and the head pieces. And I was just looking at myself like, I look pretty bare, but I look fucking good. I was looking at myself like I look pretty cute. Like I feel beautiful, I look beautiful, and I don't have all this extra shit on me right now. I feel beautiful as I am, right? I did have a full face beat, but it wasn't like extravagant. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't extra contour and things like that, but I did have a full face beat, and I was just like, oh, I look cute. Like it wasn't too much. It wasn't like I had all this makeup on, but it was like, yeah, I'm cute. I feel like more is definitely less. Like I don't know, like I thought about it, like if I was somebody looking in, like somebody who was attracted to that era or that spectrum or whatever of like beauty or beauty in general, femininity, I was just like, I would really like a nice put together woman who isn't just going over the top. I just thought about it like if I was a man though. But I thought about it like it's a beautiful thing to kind of just stunt on these bitches without even trying, to just do a little bit and just be the most breathtaking person in the room, right? We've met some women like that, to where they're just subtly beautiful, and it's just so much. Like all these women who just put all this shit on to like appease people, and then you have some women who just walk into the room with just something light and touched and just boom, and they're just taking the whole show. And I feel like more is definitely less when it comes to beauty. I feel like the more you try to do too much and do extra, it's kind of depreciating from what is and what is there. What? The natural beauty that am, like who I am. Like I don't know what I'm saying, but that natural beauty, that natural light, that essence that we all have, I feel like that is a beautiful thing. Because if you also think about it, they also said too much of anything is not good for you. What? Water, protein, calcium, anything on its highest level, in its extreme levels, or just having too much of that said thing is not good for you. And that applies to everything. So I think about it like more is less than. Just a little bit, just something subtle, that's cute. That's more. Like that's enough. Like you are enough as you are. So just to add a little touch up to it is just perfect, right? Just boop. That is it for my unpopular opinions. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Let me know what y'all think of these opinions. Do you guys agree? Do you not agree? Let me know what you guys think of my opinions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm really excited to keep pushing out content for you all. So definitely tune in for some more. And we're going to have a ride. We're going to have a nice little ride. So don't forget to ride with me, slide with me. Even if you want, get high with me, babes. So let's take this 2024 and go in real strong and have a good motherfucking 2024. Let's drink more water. Let's do some exercise, and let's meet more people. Let's socialize. Let's get out of our bubble. Let's do it. This is the year of restoration as well. So I'm really excited to go into this new year with y'all. So let's definitely do the things. And I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. And y'all stay safe, stay blessed. And yeah, peace.